is CNN.
Between
early,
prime, and afternoon,
between the morning belt
and the
latest
Boom.
between Eastern Daylight Savings, our
West Coast
viewers,
this just in,
and coming soon.
between commercial breaks and breaking stories,
between the Gallup polls
and eyewitness testimony,
Between town hall meetings
chat rooms, websites, surveys, figures, numbers, expert
analysis, statistics,
and their partisan
priorities.
between the Middle East and the Far
west, between the Midwest
and the Far East,
between the
coasts and the swing states, between the standards of reporting
and
the
measures
of the
Demographic.
taste, between the
spy
plane and the
Space station,
civilians on
submarines,
and billionaires in orbiting vacations,
between school shooting, a blown up building,
continuous
coverage,
all the news that's fit to print, and
all the news,
that's broadcast journalism,
between the
weight loss programs, and
the exercise, the lifestyle choices, and
the
compromise
between the rising of the rivers and the falling of the tides, between the
generation gaps, the
advertisers,
and the advertised, between the shifting of
paradigms,
and the reaching
of closure, between staying connected and dying from exposure,
between the fires,
floods,
and forecasts, and new levels of composure, between what used to be between us and what may have only been a border, between the sheets, between each bite, between desire and confusion, between consumption and pollution, between crisis and conclusion.
listen
To me, I want to tell you something.
come closer,
Don't be
upset,
and don't get emotional. Just get near me and pay attention, please.
look, I know
That you're scared. I know what you're
afraid of.
You mistrust your body. Lately, it has been looking more and more foreign. It's been doing strange
Things.
You suspect that it has been keeping something from you. That knowledge of your own death is already programmed inside it somehow. That it's stored in a primitive
Organ
that in between the
crush of blood
and digestion, your appendix or spleen
sits obliviously
still like an overgrown
traffic
island keeping watch over a
terrible secret.
You worry that this knowledge will arrive
At
your very last moment, not as a
Spiritual
revelation,
accompanied by an overwhelming cascade of sensations,
but as a very public and vulgar.
betrayal. You're afraid of
dying
alone.
But you're even more terrified of dying in public.
Look,
It's not
happening
at this very moment. Perhaps not as long as you listen and watch. People don't die in front of their televisions. In the meantime, we could probably do something about it together. I could tell you exactly what to expect. I could
explain using precise words
and heartbreaking imagery. I could make it feel as far as a
famine or as close as a
weather report. In the end, you may not even notice the difference.
what's the matter?
It's not as if you've been
handed a verdict of
5 months to live
your chance for
appeals
hasn't run
out.
no doctor has called you into his office. There are no news of
Terrorist
cells,
operating inside you. No word
of cancerous radicals infiltrating vulnerable
spots
or
sticking in clumps to
the
back of
your throat. Not yet. Maybe
You've
given up smoking already. That was smart, but it may not have saved you.
maybe
You've learned to make an enemy of the sun
to eat unprocessed food, to avoid tall buildings,
and airplanes,
not to
go into
water where sharks have been
known
to attack.
Sometimes on the streets you imagine that you've been given
A gift of
terrible power. That whoever
makes
eye contact with you, whoever you touch, will somehow be contaminated and die within days of crossing your path. You hold your breath and listen to your heart. Will it slow down? Can you will it to stop?
You've
Tried to gain some insight through exposure to second-hand sources. You take out
Videotapes.
walk through graveyards.
Visit accident sites.
You
Stick
to your news sources with a passion.
Approaching religion.
Even though you always make sure to announce your secular views to anyone who would bother to listen. Still, you check out the church programs on Sunday. You can let your hair down when you're home watching television alone. There's a man reaching in front of the camera, but you're
More interested in
the church.
audience
shots.
You love the close-ups, the boredom, the waiting, the generosity of an
audience.
paying and losing attention, the prayers and singing, the
Best and
the worst of
belonging.
the natural need for
Community.
that you always fight hard to suppress.
But none of this is
Breaking news exactly. There's a world of genuine feeling out there, a world of commitment and action. If you could just
rise above all the junk you've collected.
you're convinced you could
Lead
a more
Meaningful life
but there's just too much stuff
happening
all of the time. A prison riot of
things.
that need to be calmed, controlled,
Contained.
and made
Useful.
again. And so
You begin to recycle. You liquidate things. You start by attacking the things you've collected, separating
them into groups
organizing them.
by subject and history, and turning them back into raw matter and
Energy. You recycle
Magazines.
newspapers,
receipts,
notebooks, plastic
Containers.
credit card statements, cardboard boxes,
calendars,
cans,
contact
lenses, paper
Bags.
telephone bills,
telephone numbers,
traffic,
tickets,
Tax.
returns, personal checks,
records and
tapes, music, CDs,
old winter clothing,
cigarette ashes,
mirrors,
maps, pain-killing
pills, antidepressants,
antibiotics,
loose,
Change.
unstable chairs, dead skin, hair,
underwear,
fingernails, buttons, knife plate,
Jackets.
Q-tips,
watches, Walkmen,
soft
drink,
Bottles.
favorite
books, and family photographs, gifts from
Friends.
and bygone lovers, passports, letters,
keys,
hats, plants, postcards, wallets,
faxes,
glasses, travel mementos, driver's licenses,
shoes,
toys, birthday cards,
homemade
movies,
household appliances,
notes, numbers,
opinions,
stories,
Pictures.
passions, people, and places.
you recycle
Anything
older than
a
Day.
anything that carries a history is dangerous. You want to erode the grip of the past. Anything beyond your control is a threat. Anything you
might have described
yourself with. Anything that could challenge the present. Anything that might actually say something different about who you might have been and what you've become. And so you watch and you listen.
you live and you learn. You rent videotapes. You watch documentaries.
You filter out information. You use your remote control. You think of your parents. You
Recycle
you visit
accident sites.
This is CNN.
I am American.
You are American. We are.
Americans.
This is
America.
Listen to me.
There's a few more things that you need to hear. Don't talk. Don't move. Don't even
react.
Actually, don't do
Anything at
all. Just get near me already.
you hypocritical opportunist, fake, phony, con artist, sell out, lip serving, limousine, liberal,
White chicken shit.
motherfucker.
What's the matter?
Have I hurt?
Your feelings already.
Can't you speak?
Can't you say anything?
Have you lost your voice all
Of a sudden. Maybe you never had anything to say to begin with.
Has that occurred to you? Well,
Let me tell you something.
you are shallow and weak. You are
constantly criticizing
everything, but the truth is you
have
never produced anything
of enduring
Significance.
and now you're finding out just
how inconsequential your opinions have
been all
along.
You're probably
laughing
right now, but deep down inside you know it's not
funny.
Are you even hearing
Me.
or are you so full of yourself that you imagine you can keep pandering to your multiple insecurities forever? You are so hypocritical, self-absorbed, and pathetic that I wonder sometimes just how much it takes to move you.
God damn it.
You love to complain about me in public, but guess who you run to at the first sign of
Trouble. God.
You make me sick. As a matter of fact, you've become so
Cynical
that it is
difficult for you to
believe in
anything
without immediately needing to find its potential for destabilization.
Why?
Is anxiety making you do this? Are you so worried about getting old, about seeming young, being yesterday's news,
Scrambling
to
keep up, but always hopelessly out of touch? There is such a wide gulf between your self-perception and actions that not even you can keep the contradiction from
Collapsing.
let alone can you sell it to others. Do not tell me how this is typical of your
Generation.
and definitely don't blame this on your parents. The high moment of irony is now officially over. So why don't you go get a drink or whatever it is that you do when you're trying to convince yourself that you're
Thinking.
This is CNN.
I'm so sorry this happened.
Sometimes I get carried away and speak without
Thinking.
Will you forgive me?
I really don't know what happened.
You just looked like you were in such a bad funk that I had to do something about it somehow. Even though I'm usually happy to shoulder the blame, both of us know that
This time,
it's clearly not my fault. Obviously, it's not the best approach to be
helpful by criticizing, and I know that you think I just
love telling you what to do all the
time.
but do try to see things from my
perspective.
once in a while. You know it's not easy to make a genuine connection these days, and it's not like I haven't been
Hurt.
in the past. I just feel like I have so much to give, but sometimes you can be so full of
Resentment.
why is that? Perhaps I
talk
Too much.
maybe I come on a little too strong. Sometimes even I
react.
Okay. I'll be the first to admit this, but the truth is that I can repeat myself over and over and over. But for some reason, you
Have
Serious
difficulties remembering
anything that I say
if
we're going
to be in this
relationship
for some time. We may as
well
begin working
on this together.
now.
It's not enough to turn me
On
once in a while. It's not enough for you to
turn to me every time you need.
something. I also have needs.
I need more from you.
I need your attention
I need
to know I'm being listened to. I need
to know that I'm
being understood.
but more importantly,
though
I really need to know that I'm alive.
I need to remember what it's like to hold breath underwater, how smooth a stone from a river can feel in the palm of my hand,
I need to revisit
the ground
along
which words
used to speed to their meaning,
and
then
remember the first
innocent thrill of pulling them and their precious cargo
off.
track. And finally, I need you to stop pretending to care, to get off your ass and start acting like you do, all right? This is not a lot to be asking for, is it?
This is CNN.
How did we get to this point?
Where did we go
Wrong. What have we done?
Where do our responsibilities begin?
Where do our
Needs end.
What have we done to
deserve
This
what could we
have done to prevent it from
happening?
what
can
we
learn.
Where do
we
Go from here. What do we know?
how have we
Changed. What
should we have
done
differently?
Who can we
Trust.
How will it end?
Who can we blame?
What do we want?
how could we do this?
How do we know?
Where
Do we look? How
Far back do we go?
how
will it help us?
what should we
Do
What
do
do
we
we keep?
how
can we
Ever explain
this?
what
must
we admit?
What
Can
we lose?
What are the facts? What do we stand for? What can we say?
Why are we back to this point? What
The hell were we thinking?
What are we afraid of?
Who are we? Where do we come from? What can we remember? How much can we still forget?
This is CNN.
I don't know what to say. Every time I try to speak
Carefully. I fuck up and make a big mess of it all.
I don't want to constantly accuse you of things, so
I'm going to
try to talk about myself now.
As genuinely as
I possibly can
Leaving
every window
and
all doors open
in the brain.
so to speak,
This is important to
me. So please listen. The last few months have been very difficult.
I've said too much. I've done
hurtful things. I
Haven't said enough. It seems we've
developed a taste for each other's
weaknesses that we
thrive.
on consuming each
other.
No
Doubt we each have our
motives
for this.
we attack,
then quickly withdraw and
defend.
we put flags on various hilltops and lay siege to each other's needs
We play dead,
Make
claims,
and demands, issue orders, and restock our supplies in the dark. As lifelong adversaries, we do this with enough
practice
and caution to know when to stop, but where
helpless before
our
own
instincts.
we cannot handle the quiet, the horrible, normal, the shared non-eventfulness that would give our relationship the
stability.
it so desperately lacks.
I'm exhausted from
Trying. I love you,
I miss you, even
though we
hardly ever.
spend any time away from each other.
But still,
I cannot give up. It's funny to
Say this, but I feel more alone in your
company
now than ever before.